I can
Mhm.
breathe underwater and I can
Mhm.
talk to fish. What does the fish say to me?
What did Einstein say? The imagination is more important than knowledge. Why? Well, look around you. The phone or computer you're watching this on, the clothes you're wearing, or even the building you're in. It was all once just in someone's imagination before it became reality. So the imagination can help us to solve any problem in our lives. Join me and my guest Bruce from Australia on this imaginative journey and find out how he ended up talking to fish. I promise that your imagination will grow like a muscle just by following along. The rules to this journey, which I call multiverse therapy, are super simple. It's like dreaming, but you are awake. And you don't wake up when the really good stuff is happening. So basically, you can experience all your fantasies. Nothing is false or wrong. Everything is allowed and real.
How do you feel right now?
Just chilled, relaxed.
Mhm.
Yeah, open to trying different things. So, yep.
Mhm. Okay, perfect. Okay, so I'm gonna start rapid fire imagination questions. If nothing comes up immediately, we can go on. It's just that you're getting into more of an imaginative flow because often it's not so easy for people at the beginning to just, start. Okay. What is a weird thing you believe in? And this could be aliens, reincarnation, something like that.
Oh, rap. Just drop us right into that one. What's something weird that I believe in? Is that what the question was?
Yeah.
Well, it's not so much weird. What you put out, you get back. That's jumping right at the deep end, that one. Can we come back to that one? Is that possible?
Yeah, sure. Okay. If you were king of the world, what would you do?
King of the world. Try to save people, not the planet, to start with, because the planet will be fine when we're all gone. I don't want to say that, very morbid, but we have to save the people on the planet and not the planet because the planet will be fine. So that's also something weird I believe in. It's both of them. So
That's true, yeah.
Answer both the questions. There you go.
You get 2 points for this one.
Yeah.
Okay. Describe yourself from a parallel universe.
Do you mean someone that I want to be or someone that?
Yeah, so the idea is every time in life we're faced with making a decision and we say we move to this country, our parallel self makes the other decision. So a new version of ourselves lives a different life where we took the other direction.
I would have been in the army. I was going to join the army when I was out of school when I was going to go in the army, but then I had a boss that was in the army and he sort of talked me out of it. So I would have ended up in the army because that's what I wanted to be when I was a kid. I wanted to be in the army.
So how would a day for you look like right now in the army?
Well, I wanted to be a sniper. So I would have been in the bush with a gun, just doing nothing, waiting for that one shot. That was the sort of my thing. I loved that. Yeah, going through the bush and yeah.
Okay, I feel you're ready to go. So you can just close your eyes, take 2 or 3 breaths and focus on the out breath because the out breath is what helps us to get into a relaxed state of mind. And during our upcoming session, if you see something or you just, conceive of it somehow or you straight up make it up, it doesn't matter because it all adds to your imagination. And as we go, your imagination will become more powerful and also turn more into reality. Okay, and then when your eyes are closed and you can just see if something comes up in your inner vision or it's just a thought or like a snippet of a scene or even just a color.
So I do box breathing. So I picture a box as I'm breathing.
Okay, so tell us more about the box. Let's make it more detailed.
It's just a way of breathing. So I breathe in for 4 counts. That's one side of the box. Hold for 4, breathe out for 4, hold for 4, and then just repeat. So I imagine a box as I'm breathing, just to. Yeah.
But how do you imagine the box? Like
it's just like a black screen with a white box on it.
Okay. Could you imagine the box changing colors?
Yep. I can change it to orange or blue. Yep.
Yeah, just play a bit around with that you change the box to different colors. And could you imagine multiplying the box? That it's suddenly not only one box, but like 3, 4,
make it into a cube. I can,
Yeah, perfect. Can do that for a while, and then after a moment, just let me know what's going on.
It's now spinning on one of the tips. So it's now in a cube. It's now spinning.
How fast is it spinning?
just spinning slightly, like so I can still see all the lines and everything. So spinning just slow enough so I can still see everything.
Yep. And is there anything that you would like to explore or like to do, even in the scene you're in now or in another scene?
Maybe I would try another scene. But now I've just got a chrome circle now. There's like a glimmer of light going around the circle.
Is there anything else happening in the scene, like in the surroundings, or what's drawing your attention?
It's imagine it floating above water. So now I can see the reflection of the circle in the water. So there's technically two circles.
Do they interact in some way, or what's the...
So the lights is shining the same. Instead of reflecting, it's shining the same. Instead of like a mirror, it's actually going around at the same, where if it was a mirror, it'd be different.
And the water, is it a lake or...
It's just water that goes out to blackness. And there's a chrome circle above the water, and a reflection of that circle in the water, and it sort of ripples. So the bottom circle's not a perfect circle; it's obviously distorted, but I can see the light still shining around on it.
Okay. Yeah, and you can just keep observing the scene and immersing yourself in it. And what else is going on? Where's your attention at the moment?
It's still on up, and now the water's just gone dead flat. Now it's just a mirror up. So there's two circles over a dead flat mirror of water.
So is the mirror, is it like a pure mirror, or is the texture a bit different than a real mirror? Is like still some...
It's just water, but it's so flat and so calm. There's no ripples. It's just totally flat, like a mirror.
And how are you in the scene? Like, are you there with your body?
I'm not sure. I'm just sort of looking at it.
And could you change where you look at, like, expand your vision or look in a different direction?
I can come back and make the circle smaller, and then I can see grass on the edge of the water. And I'm just sitting there, so I can see my feet, and then the grass, and the water, and then the circle, and then the reflection. So I can see my feet.
You see your feet in the grass?
Yeah, sitting on so I'm sitting on the grass. I can just see my feet on the grass.
And how does the grass feel?
It's wet for some reason. It's wet grass. I don't know why. It's wet.
And is there anything else happening in the scene, or some other details that catch your interest?
Not really. I'm just staring at the circle for some reason. Black sky. There's no sky, so it's just blackness in the background. A chrome circle over the water.
And do you think the circle holds anything for you, like some kind of like information or message, or?
Not sure. No, I don't think so. I think it's just the light that's going around. It's just how I'm breathing. So I'm breathing in. It's just the way I'm breathing. Just sort of keep
I see. Yeah. I'm thinking about maybe either exploring the water, like kind of going into the water and see what's there, or maybe jump to another scene. What would be more interesting for you?
Yeah, we can go in the water, see what's down there. Probably a crocodile, but anyway. Yep, I'm going to go in the water.
Yep.
It's nice and cold because I like cold water. So it's nice and cold as I walk in towards the circle. Now there's ripples in the water now because I'm making ripples. I'm just walking in. It's sand on the bottom for some reason. Grass that turns into sand. I don't know how that happened, but
You're now on the bottom of the water?
I'm just walking in, so the water's sort of coming up. As I walk deeper, the water's sort of coming up. Up my legs, up my knees, that sort of thing.
Yeah. Okay.
Yep.
And if you go into the water and you take a dive, could you breathe in the water, or what's the air situation in there?
I have gills.
Okay. Mm-hmm.
That would be another superpower that I'd like to have gills, so I could swim underwater.
I see.
So
Mm-hmm.
yes, that'll be so I can swim under the water because I have gills
Yeah.
behind my ears.
Yeah. So you can just explore a bit, this like, how does
Yep.
it feel when you're having gills and you're in the water?
So it's free because I don't have to come up for air, so I can just explore and go where I want to go without having to worry about coming up for air.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
I'm just swimming around, and I can still see the circle above the water, but it's out of the water. I can still see it through the water, though it's still there.
Does it look the same or does it look different when you look at it through the water?
It looks different because I'm in the water. Yeah, it's not as
Mhm.
clear. Everything's a bit blurry because I've got water in my eyes. But yeah, no crocodiles, no sharks. Oh, maybe
Yes.
maybe a shark. Maybe a shark. Yeah, it's probably a shark. Yeah, but it's a friendly shark
Okay. How do you know he's friendly?
because it's not eating me,
Mm-hmm.
and it's just cruising around on the bottom. I'm sort of at the top of the water,
Mm-hmm.
just below the surface, and it's right down there at the bottom, just cruising along the bottom.
Okay.
I can see it swimming over the sand.
Did it see you or register you?
I'm not sure. It hasn't swung towards me, so it's just cruising around, and I'm just letting it cruise around.
Yeah, and you can just keep exploring a while and I'll check in with you in a moment. Okay, so what's going on?
The shark's gone, and I've managed to swim down to the bottom, and somehow I'm just walking on the bottom of the water in the sand. I don't know how I'm doing that, but I managed to walk very slowly, so I can walk on the sand at the bottom of the water. Don't know how.
Mm-hmm.
Just walking around, seeing seaweed and corals. No fish though. Shark's gone. No fish. Weird.
But how does it feel like just walking on the bottom?
Which it's strange because I have to walk slowly because I'm walking against water, the resistance, but I'm not floating to the top, and there's nothing weighing me down. So I don't know how I'm walking on the bottom. So I have nothing to weigh me down. But I have to walk really slowly because I'm pushing against the water.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Okay, and then just keep continuing exploring and see what's going on.
Not much going on. That's just seaweed and coral. That's sort of it. There's nothing really happening. There's no fish, there's no sharks or crocodiles or
Mm-hmm.
no boats overhead. Nothing's really, it's just empty. It's just an empty ocean, I suppose. Yeah, it's weird.
Yeah. So if we could wave a magic wand and you would, make it more exciting for you, the scene, how would you recreate it?
I put fish in it.
Mm-hmm.
So
Mhm.
just put colourful fish in instead of having green seaweed and green coral. I'd make it all colourful. Make the seaweed orange for some reason. Orange seaweed and just different colours of coral and then different colours of fish.
Yeah, so maybe take a moment and just, try to reimagine the scene to your liking.
Yep. And now I can see clearly for some reason. It's not blurry. For some reason I can see clear.
Mm-hmm.
Even though I haven't got any goggles. I can see clear now for some reason.
Mm-hmm. Okay, then just see how that feels now, with this different sense of sight.
Maybe that's why I couldn't see anything before because my vision was blurry. So now that I can see clear, I can see the stuff that was already there.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's just colourful fish everywhere and orange seaweed and colourful coral.
So now if we imagine we were authors writing a book, and this is the book we're writing, your session, if you would come up with 2 or 3 different interesting endings to your scene, what would they be?
For some reason I can talk to fish. So I don't know why. But yeah, the fish are like, what are you doing? I'm just like, I'm walking around the bottom of the sea and I can breathe. So I can now talk to fish. Yeah, I can now talk to fish.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And I can breathe underwater, which is pretty cool. What else am I doing? There's no rubbish. That's a good thing. I was going to say pick up rubbish, but there's no rubbish. It's pretty clean.
Mm-hmm.
I was going to say help the fish, but there's no sort of rubbish in there. It's a pretty clean area. So I'm just cruising around talking to fish.
Mm-hmm.
Pretty strange, but yeah.
But what would be the last sentence? Like, how would you close the scene?
The end.
Yeah.
Not rubbish.
that people
How
are
I
happy
end-
with it.
How would I end it?
A satisfying ending.
I'm pretty satisfied with that. I can
Mhm.
breathe underwater and I can
Mhm.
talk to fish.
Mhm. Okay, so let's have a fish have the last words.
So what does the fish say to me? The fish says, it's good to have a human to talk to.
Perfect. Okay, and then you can come just slowly back whenever you're ready. And how do you feel now, just as compared to before the session?
Yeah, chilled and relaxed. Yeah, a bit dreamy. Yeah. I went from just a black nothingness with a white square to be able to breathe underwater and talk to fish.